What's up, guys? John here. Job openings fell to the lowest level since 2021.
JOLTS are a big miss. 7.67 million job openings. We were expecting 8.1 million job openings.
So that's going to be the lightest opening since January of 2021.
It does look like the labor market continues to deteriorate.
Meanwhile, layoffs have picked up dramatically. On top of all of this, construction jobs have fallen to the lowest level since 2007. Rite Aid, CVS, Walgreens, Dollar Tree, and Dollar General all are in major trouble. We're starting to see some very big changes in the housing market as well, as interest rates on a 30-year fixed rate went from the mid-sevens to now 6.35%.
Mortgage rates are down to a new 15-month low.
The rate on a 30-year fixed falling in the last week to 6.35%.
Yet home sales are almost non-existent, the lowest level we've ever seen. I mean, this is the lowest level in all time. U.S. pending home sales gauge drops to the lowest on record.
Pending home sales dropped 5.5% in July month to month, according to the realtors. That's a big miss. And the average on the 30-year fixed actually dropped in July, falling below 7% for the first time since March, which should have brought buyers in, but clearly didn't.
So when you have all of this change, you have real wages softening, food prices going parabolic, what do you have? You're going to have a consumer that's going to be very hard pressed to pay their bills. We're going to see delinquencies get out of control, and we're going to see a lot of change coming for America. Now, many people think, look, we're going to see a great recovery here. At the end of the tunnel, there's going to be, rainbows and sunshine. Everything's going to be, great. But I don't see it. Not in the middle class. I think that what we're walking into is an erosion of wealth. The 17 trillion held by the middle class, that is going to likely get picked up by the top 5, the top 10% of income earners. And we're going to witness this massive transfer of that wealth over the next couple of years. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly what's going on and why I believe that if you are motivated, you're ambitious, you're smart, you apply yourself, you're going to do extremely well. But if you ignore the facts, I think the top 10% are going to be eating everybody's lunch. Please hit the like button. Hit the like button. YouTube will share the content. Educate more people about what's going on in our economy. I want to see everybody succeed, and it's easier to succeed if you understand what's really going on. If you'd like to fix your credit, we'd love to help you. My company, GreatCreditFast.com, that's GreatCreditFast.com. If you have late payments, medical bills, charge-offs, or closures, bankruptcies, repossessions, or any negative or derogatory items on your credit report, go to GreatCreditFast.com. Click the link in the description just below this video. Schedule a free call for tomorrow. Take a look at this. So, job openings fell more than expected in July, in another sign of labor market softening. The department's closely watched job openings and labor turnover survey showed that the available positions fell to 7.67 million on the month, off 237,000 from June's downwardly revised number and the lowest level since January of 2021. So you start to see all this, you start to see the impact that's having on construction and the entire construction industry. Then you look at first Dollar General, now Dollar Tree shares plunge as both discount retailers warn of core customer under pressure. Now you look at what's happening to the stock. That is absolutely crazy. It's fallen off the cliff. $65 a share. This is the lowest point that we've seen since, we call it 2014, right? Last 10 years. Then you have Walgreens. That is absolutely crazy. The lowest point since 1996. So you're talking 28 years. That's 28 years. That's absolutely crazy. Rite Aid. Same situation. They exit bankruptcy as private company it's now owned by the creditors. So you're starting to see all this change. You're seeing the same thing with Walgreens. Will close a significant number of U.S. stores, shutting down many unprofitable locations. What's happening in San Francisco and L.A. is they are putting cages in front of basically every item. Anything over like $3-4, they have a cage in front of it. I was in San Francisco and I did a video talking about this. And I walked into a Walgreens across the street from a hotel that I was staying at. And inside of this Walgreens, I actually filmed what happened there. Inside of the Walgreens, someone came in and they stole something. And it was just very loud, obnoxious theft. It was very obvious what was happening. And the store manager kicked the guy out. Said, you have to leave. You're not welcome here. You have to go. And then I asked the guy at the end, I'm like, how often does this happen? He said, on a good day, it happens once. On a bad day, it happens 10 times. So when you're selling something for $3, $4, $5, and you're paying somebody at the front desk or the register $15, $18 an hour, and they have to go walk over to aisle 6, unlock it, then relock it, then go back to the register and ring them up. You think about how much money does Walgreens actually make on that transaction with all those costs added? Probably nothing, right? And it's showing in their sales. It's showing in what's happening to their stock. And so I think what we're walking into is a major, major problem for a lot of these retailers. You're already seeing it across the restaurant industry as well. A lot of these restaurant businesses are going out of business. Look at what's going on with food CPI. Food at home versus food away from home. Absolutely parabolic since basically 2021. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, for me, I take my wife and my 2 kids out to a restaurant. Nothing fancy. We'll go to hole in the wall restaurant with good reviews, and for us it might be 120, 130 bucks, maybe over 150 with tip and everything. That's absolutely crazy. We go to a diner, get a traditional breakfast, 80, 85 bucks, probably close to 100 with tip. Who can afford this? Who can afford it? Now, what I think is going to be extremely concerning is what's going to happen next with food, because people can't afford it. And so they're going to have to drop prices. But how can they drop prices if labor costs have gone parabolic, if insurance for these companies has gone through the roof, the cost to maintain and repair these trucks through the roof, everything has gotten way, way, way more expensive. Well, what's going to happen is these companies are going to be forced to cut quality out of their foods. And it's almost guaranteed. I mean, I'm sure you probably have seen this, that about microplastics. This is CNN. Right? They're showing a chair at the bottom of the ocean saying, yeah, this is basically what you're consuming, right? It's very, very concerning. I personally think that the next couple of years, it's going to really pay very, very close attention to your health and to buy food, if you can, from a small farm. There's a lot of really, really great small farms that ship. So you can buy food online. That's what I'm doing now. You buy food online, they'll ship it directly to your house. It's more expensive than Whole Foods, but you're probably eating something that's going to be way better for you. So you might put $1 in and pull $2 out because you're not going to need the medical expense maybe down the road versus eating the stuff that you're going to get from a lot of these mainstream retailers, especially if they start moving into this where they're going to tackle food inflation by forcing them to reduce cost. It's going to be a problem. I just don't see any way around it. How are they going to increase the quality in which we eat for a lower price? They're not. Vice President Harris's proposal to ban price gouging on food is making waves in economic circles as traditionalists and business groups fret about shortages, while other economists argue it is well suited to the nature of the post-pandemic inflation. Details on the plan have yet to emerge from the campaign, but Harris's initial remarks on it suggest it would have 4 different components employing a range of policy measures. I'll work to pass the first ever federal ban on price gouging on food. My plan will include new penalties for opportunistic companies that exploit crisis and break the rules, and we will support smaller food businesses that are trying to play by the rules and get ahead. We will help the food industry become more competitive because I believe competition is the lifeblood of the economy. Now, that could be read one way, it could be read another way. Many people might read that and say, look, this is great for small businesses because small businesses are going to be able to have a chance to compete. Another way of looking at that may be that plant-based food companies and a lot of these new age food companies are going to be able to compete because it's a lot more cost effective to mass produce that food, and it's going to give them a leg up in a economy in which consumers are going to have very little choice, right? So it's all kind of how you read it, but nonetheless, a lot is changing in this economy. We're not seeing some bull market. I think that a lot of people are anticipating, thinking that we're going to walk into this major opportunity in 2025 and 2026 for the middle class. The opportunity is right now. The opportunity is at everybody's fingertips. You can learn anything online. You can really build a great business in an economy where great talent is getting let go from their roles. I mean, there's no better time to start looking for people, looking for talent, going on LinkedIn, trying to find that great business partner, that great opportunity. If you do, and you make some really, really good, smart plays, you're going to be able to do everything you want. But if not, I think things are just going to get challenging. And it's very clear to me that the world's never going back to 2018, 2019. We're going to be moving into like a dystopian type of America. It already kind of feels like that now. But the next couple of years, it's going to be this massive consolidation of wealth. I'm seeing it with home builders, what they're doing right now in the housing market. I just got done driving all across America. I went to all the big cities and looked at the strategies being implemented by these home builders to absorb wealth from everyday mom and pop sellers. It's absolutely shocking what's happening. So put yourself in a really, really good position. Eat healthy, take care of your body, take care of your mind, and you're going to be, way better off regardless of almost everything else compared to other people. Because most other people are just ignoring it, eating junk food, pretending like everything's going to be good. It's going to pay dividends to pay attention today and position yourself for tomorrow. What do you think about this entire situation? Let's have a conversation below. And if you'd like to fix your credit, we would love to help you. At my company, greatcreditfast.com. That's greatcreditfast.com. If you have late payments, medical bills, charge-offs, foreclosures, bankruptcies, repossessions, or any negative or derogatory items on your credit report, go to greatcreditfast.com. We'd love to help you. And let's have a conversation about this below. Crazy times we live in, but it's about to get a lot crazier. Catch you next video.